How to Make *T Happen, Make More Money, Get in Better Shape, Create Epic Relationships and Control, by Sean Whalen is a raw, direct, and unapologetic book that centers on reclaiming personal power through intentional action. The book's essence is a brutally honest conversation with the reader, shaking them out of complacency and into accountability. Whalen writes with grit, humor, and simplicity, making the message feel urgent and deeply personal. It's not just a self-help book, it's a rallying cry for people, especially men stuck in passive, unfulfilled lives, to wake up and build discipline in 4 key areas: power, passion, purpose, and production. Whalen begins by drawing on his own experience of losing everything: his marriage, his business, and his sense of identity. He describes how he reached a breaking point where victimhood no longer served him. In that moment, he had to choose: continue blaming others or take full responsibility. This radical self-responsibility becomes the heartbeat of the book. The message is not complex, but it's transformative: nothing changes until you change. That means choosing discomfort over ease, daily. Not sometimes. Every single day. The foundation of the book lies in what Whalen calls the core 4: body, being, balance, and business. Each of these pillars must be nourished consistently. He argues that the modern individual, especially men, often focus intensely on 1 or 2 areas, such as career or fitness, while neglecting others like spiritual growth or relationships. This imbalance creates inner tension and ultimately leads to collapse. He speaks from experience, having lived through the implosion of a life that looked successful from the outside but was hollow at its core. He's relentless in challenging the reader to examine the lies they tell themselves. Whalen doesn't sugarcoat anything. If you're out of shape, he says, it's because you've prioritized other things. If your marriage is cold, it's because you've stopped doing the work. If you're broke, you've avoided hard truths about your value and output. The answer to all of these is to stop lying, face your choices, and start acting differently, immediately. The simplicity of this message is part of its power. No secrets, no hacks, just work. His approach to physical health is not about aesthetics or chasing perfection. It's about discipline, movement, and energy. He insists that when you move your body every single day, you don't just build muscle, you build credibility with yourself. Keeping a commitment to exercise becomes a symbol of keeping your word. It's how you start showing up with integrity in all areas of your life. This physical integrity, in turn, helps sharpen your mindset and fuel the next 3 areas of your life. In terms of being, your mind, heart, and spirituality, Whalen focuses on daily self-reflection and gratitude. He encourages journaling and meditation, not from a soft or abstract standpoint, but as tactical tools for self-awareness and presence. He makes it masculine, raw, and grounded. The act of writing down what you're grateful for and what you want to change forces clarity. You can't hide from the truth when it's in your face every morning. These rituals, repeated consistently, start reprogramming how you show up in life. When it comes to relationships, balance, Whalen centers on communication and intentional presence. He tells the reader bluntly that if your marriage sucks, it's probably because you've stopped dating your partner. If your kids don't respect you, maybe you've stopped being a leader in the home. He emphasizes small daily actions: send a text of appreciation, make a meaningful compliment, schedule quality time. These aren't grand gestures. They're habits that compound into trust and intimacy over time. In the business sphere, production, Whalen is clear that performance begins with honesty. If you're under-earning, it's not the economy, your boss, or your competition. It's because you haven't gone all in. He argues that business success is directly tied to how well you're taking care of the other 3 areas. A man who skips workouts, ignores his wife, and avoids self-reflection will never be a top producer. The same self-discipline that fuels your body, being, and balance fuels your bank account. One of the book's most powerful themes is the idea that modern life has made men soft, not physically, but emotionally and spiritually. Whalen argues that we've been sold the lie that ease and comfort are the goals, when in fact, struggle and challenge are where we find meaning. By leaning into discomfort, whether it's a hard workout, an honest conversation, or a risky business move, we grow. Avoidance, on the other hand, breeds regret. Whalen offers no room for excuses. He doesn't care if you're tired, busy, or scared. He believes that everyone has the power to change their life dramatically within weeks, but they must choose the discomfort of change over the pain of staying stuck. This message hits hard because it bypasses logic and goes straight for the gut. You know when you're coasting. You know when you're lying. And according to Whalen, you owe it to yourself, and those around you, to stop. The tone of the book is intentionally provocative. Whalen uses strong language and sharp metaphors to grab your attention and shatter complacency. He talks like a coach in the locker room, not a therapist in a quiet office. That voice may not appeal to everyone, but it's deeply motivating for readers who need to be jolted into movement. It's not a gentle guide, it's a fire alarm. Wake up. Move. Lead. Throughout the book, Whalen shares short, sharp anecdotes that highlight his transformation. From struggling financially to rebuilding a thriving business, from a broken marriage to a connected relationship with his son, these stories aren't polished or overly dramatic. They're messy and real. That's the point. The book's rawness is part of its charm. It tells you that you don't need to be perfect to start, you just need to stop making excuses. Whalen encourages readers to adopt what he calls a daily stack, or a daily accountability ritual. This is the engine of change. Every morning, you ask yourself what you did yesterday in each of the core 4 areas, what you're grateful for, what you need to do today. You face your wins and losses. Over time, this builds massive momentum. It's not sexy, but it's sustainable. It's how you build a life you're proud of, one honest day at a time. There's also a repeated emphasis on legacy. Whalen invites readers to consider what kind of example they're setting. Are you living in a way your children would be proud to follow? Are you building something lasting, or are you just surviving? This future focus becomes a powerful motivator. When the discomfort of change is weighed against the long-term consequences of inaction, action becomes non-negotiable. By the end, Whalen has laid out a blueprint that's deceptively simple. Show up every day. Tell the truth. Move your body. Feed your mind. Love your people. Build your business. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. And most importantly, it's about taking back control from all the people, systems, and lies that told you it's okay to settle. The result isn't just external success, it's internal peace. How to make sh*t happen is ultimately a call to arms. It doesn't try to solve your problems for you, and it won't coddle you while you stay stuck. It demands that you rise, take full ownership, and do the hard, daily work of becoming the person you say you want to be. In doing so, you not only change your life, you change how you lead, love, and leave a mark on the world.